Alright, today we're having a look at the Cardboard Kingdom by Shookie Monster. Alright, here we are in the Cardboard Kingdom by Shookie Monster. I should start the clock, oh my god. Here we are in the Cardboard Kingdom by Shookie Monster, and actually stumbled across this as I was looking for some of Shookie's old LBP1. Hello, brain. Old LBP1 honey levels for something we're doing for Fever Dreams. I couldn't find those, unfortunately, but I did find this Cardboard Kingdom, and I am such a huge fan of cardboard as a material that I just decided, well, let's do this for LBsP this week. It is pretty neat looking so far. I thought that we were going to be grabbing that for sure. This is a very slow... That's weird. Okay, that started us back kind of a ways back, actually. I wonder, did I miss something? I'm not sure. Alright, right, we're gonna go up there. Ran over here, nothing more there. Now, does this not look like something that should be grabbable? Oh, hey, but I check it out. I see what I missed. Bisco, pay attention. See, I always say that people should use similar materials for similar gameplay things, and then they do that, and then I don't notice because I'm dumb. This is it's a bit of a progress loss going on having the checkpoint that far back. I mean, I almost feel like there could have been another one maybe here-ish. I mean, you don't want to put too many checkpoints, of course, but you get people running over the same ground too much, and they might start to fudge. They might start to feel like they don't have the impetus to continue with the level. I did notice the ratio here is something like 5,000 total plays, but only 1,000 completions. That's not great, exactly. So it might just be that checkpoint placement is burning people out a little bit. No, get over there. Okay, just jump on the railing. Don't try to jump over the railing. Just jump on the railing. Risco! No time! There we go. Yatta! Yatta! I'm not a big fan of trampolines. I'm not saying that they should not be used. That is not what I'm saying. But I have my issues. Thank gosh there's a checkpoint. There's also, unfortunately, not like a lot of time. Look at all 14 seconds here. I want to push as much as we can, but oh jeepers, that's a timed puzzle thing. We gotta get over there. We gotta get over there quick. We got no time. Time. Fudge. I'm gonna get that done, but the bell's ringing, so we're gonna take a look at this back at the hub, and we'll see you there. See yas. And we're back. And the Cardboard Kingdom by Shookie Monster, and I'd say it's a pretty solid on yellow square. There's really not a lot of issues with the level. I had an awful lot of fun with it. It's a pretty solid example of the LBP2 style of level design, and it's got a lot of those kind of hallmarks going on in it. And visual presentation side, I love cardboard. I think cardboard is a lot of fun as a material. I think you can do an awful lot with it, and I like what's been done with it here. I like the addition of the thin layer cardboard material to give just like a little bit more texture to some of the wall pieces. I thought that was really cool. Decorations and stickering is unobtrusive, keeps the level nice and easy to see, easy to parse, but still enough there that it gives you a little sense of flavor to the level, something that I always appreciate. Now, the level does use a creator-made music track, and I forgot the button for it. And it's a good track. I did like that track an awful lot, but one issue with that track is that it will just kind of get a little bit old if you aren't quick enough through the level. Because, like a lot of levels that use creator-made tracks, it just uses this one. The level is quick enough that if you're not dying a lot, you'll probably only hear the track 1.5 times, maybe 2 times max. But if you're not quick enough, if you are having a lot of deaths, and it just gets kind of repetitive as it goes on. So a bit of a heads up for that one, but at least the volume is well balanced. A lot of times these creator tracks, the volume is really too loud, but that's not really the issue here. As far as gameplay, and it's very much like what we saw in the video. You're running from the left to the right. There's some pretty cool wall jump sections that I enjoyed, and saw a lot of that style of gameplay in LBP2 era levels. I think it's pretty well handled here, although that first bit that we ran into in the video itself, it was a little bit confusing where I was supposed to go. Once we figured it out, it wasn't too much of an issue. For the most part, something that I do appreciate, there is a consistency of material in the level. So players, once they know this material does something, will be able to track that really easily, as opposed to some levels we've seen where you'll have 3 different materials for climbing materials, for example, or 2 different materials for wall jump materials, and while aesthetically that might look nice, it does make gameplay a little bit confusing for players, but it's not an issue that we have here, and I do appreciate, except for one thing. You've got those blocks that you can drag along every now and then to get a little bit more air in the stage. Some of those are grabbable and draggable. A couple of them are not. Now, it's not really an issue. It's not a big issue because it's not a major gameplay element, but it did confuse me a little bit a couple of times. Like, why can't I drag this block? Okay, it's not a draggable block, even though it's the same material as the other one. So that was a bit of an issue. We ran into the trampoline. I'm not a trampoline fan. That's come up in a lot of levels. I don't think that it's poorly implemented here. I don't really think it was a big problem. It was just a little bit awkward, especially jumping up onto the railing to actually get onto the trampoline itself. I don't think that was super duper well handled. You've got some timed sections in the level, and they're really quite tight, actually. I kind of liked it because it felt like you had just enough time to actually get through that section. It's got very little wiggle room, but it is absolutely doable. I appreciated that. There are not exactly secrets, but they're kind of like bonus score bubbles in the level. You get to up your score a little bit, challenge yourself a little bit to see if you can get them. I was able to get most of them, I think, but there were a couple where I couldn't quite figure out, like, how do I get up to that spot? I don't think they're impossible. I just think I'm dumb. There was one part of the level, though, that I really didn't like. You've got a bit where there's blocks that are being moved forward in layer, and you're going to be using those to run across and you kind of continue the level. They'll form a temporary platform, so to speak, so that you can move on. And for some reason, I don't know, my brain was just not parsing the timing there. And I had the hardest time there. And all of my deaths on my 3rd playthrough and my 2nd playthrough, all of my deaths were in that section. I don't think, and this is why I'm not pulling the level down any more than it is, I really don't think that's an issue, again, on the level. I think that just for some reason, my brain wasn't processing that at all. But yeah, it's a really fun level. It's a good look back to that type of style of level creation. Shooky's done a really, really good job here. Now, I do want to apologize. I do know the level. I do know the episode is late today. I don't know. I don't really have an excuse. I've been trying to record this all week, and the words were just not coming. Just take after take of, flaws and flubs and disappointments, and this is not quite good enough. We're going with this one, so this should be up within like an hour or so, but even though the date says April 10th, it's actually April 11th right now. Sorry about that, Shooky. I am honestly really, really sorry. But I think that pretty much does it here. We got a take that I'm actually kind of happy with, I think. So from me, Bisco, here in Osaka, all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.